everyone. The standard I have to live up to right now is very, very high. This poem is called Boston, and it was inspired after the Boston bombings and several events that occurred after it in the US a couple years ago or last year. You looked at him and you said, "Your people did this. Your people." And I looked over to see his eyes filled to the brim with the salty sea that carried him back to his people. And after much resistance, like an iron door, his eyelids came crushing down as if to solidify this barrier, pushing over saturated pools of sorrow. A salty droplet trickled down the path of the blood that simultaneously trickled down the strained faces of his people. What does that even mean, your people? The people from his subcontinental city of 4.5 square meters per person? Lots of room to plot against your people. Or is it the ones that pack their life belongings in a plastic bag and board the voluntary slave ships to the deserts of Arabia where the rest of those people reside? Where he and I grew up and I watched them sweep the streets and water the plants in my backyard and check the chlorine levels at the pool we swam at. For $2.72 a day, oh sorry, you don't take pennies, please feel free to round down to slavery. Those people. Or maybe I'm mistaken, forgive me, it's hard to differentiate all these shades of foreign. Perhaps you meant the other, his people. The hundreds per day in Syria massacred standing to free the land that once stood at the core of a grand empire, the oldest city on earth, now fallen to rubble. Or maybe it's the ones in Pakistan who lie awake under dark, quiet skies praying they don't light up with first world missiles that are seemingly programmed to precisely miss every target. Or maybe it's the ones in Iraq, once a gem with a center made of scholarship, now, like promised peace and democracy, bombs over Baghdad don't mean anything. I wish it was you, you said. I wish it was your life. And you know what? I kind of wish it was too. Because after years of choosing to find contentment in carrying the worry and grief of his people on top of the worry and grief of your people on his slightly slanted, slouching shoulders, it is time it be lifted, freeing his soul so it can finally float on up to the heavens while you wallow in the depths of your intellectual deficiency, sinking further into the darkness of your self-blinding hatred, because those people are his people, and his people are my people. And yes, my people did this. Your people did this. Our people did this. We did this. Us. Thank you.